Welcome back to Tester's Guide Service. We're going ice fishing. You guys have no clue what a pain in the butt it's been to try to get you an ice fishing video. A couple of people reached out wanting to see an ice fishing video, and this is my third attempt. Attempt one, I went with Spencer. We caught some fish. We did great. We had an awesome day. At the end of the day, I noticed my SD card wasn't in the GoPro. It's hard to record video if you don't save it. Attempt number two was a 2-day trip. First day I hit a farm pond that was pretty slow. Some of that footage will be on this video. And on the second day I went with my buddy Brian and his Uncle Bug, and we just hammered the fish. I would say safely 150 fish were on the ice. Nothing huge. Some nice 10 to 12 inch crappie. Some 7 to 8 inch bluegill. A couple yellow bass thrown in there. But we saved us enough for a catch and cook, which I filmed and thought it was going to make a great video for you. As I went through all the footage, it was corrupted. No good. Junk. Out the door it went. So, I promised a video by Friday. It is Wednesday night after work, and I'm trying to get you some footage. Hopefully everything goes well tonight. I've had a few fish come in and out. No takers yet. But hopefully I get some footage tonight. I get it edited tonight, and it'll be out Friday morning at 5 o'clock. So, ride along. Hopefully we get on some fish. If not, we're going to drink a couple tall boys and have a good night after work. So I went around this small pond and just made some pilot holes. Checked some things out. We have about 12 foot here, and it comes up to about 10 foot there. About 8 foot where I set up and found a few fish. Truthfully, in a pond this small, if you stay put, a lot of times the fish will come to you. But this is going to be a good starting spot. I'm right off the weed edge. Moving through, should move through here. So I'm going to give this spot a while. I've never fished this pond. It's one of my buddy's personal ponds, and he has good things to say about it. So I'm going to clean out my hole. We're going to drop it down. We're going to see what happens. There's one coming up. Come on up and play. You hungry? He's gone. There's one. Come on over, buddy. Buddy, make you chase it. Want to grab them? There's several down there now. Let's get some competition going here. Here he's on us. There's a nibble. There's fish. Let's see what we got here. Oh, he's not bad. He's definitely not bad. Little bass. Head up. There we go. Get him on the ice. Little ditch pickle. There's another fish down there too, so. Not a bad little fish. Go down and get another one. Another one on the bottom. See if we can get him coaxed up. There we got him. Screamed up off the bottom. Another little bass. About the same caliber of the first one. Another little ditch pickle. Back it goes. Another one coming up off the bottom. Let's see what he's gonna do about it. Nibble. Fish on. Another bluegill. playing, buddy. I was up there jigging, about 6 foot off the bottom. He came screaming off the bottom. So, appreciate it. Come on out, take a look. What do we know? The bluegills were about 7 inches and the bass were about 12.
Yeah, they're getting very big very fast, that's for sure.
Perfect flathead bait.
You seeing much or not?
They come through. When they come through, there's 4 or 5. And then I, you know, sometimes catch one, sometimes they all snub me. But catch one and then they're gone.
Yep.
But how we doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
Is there any fish in there?
I was telling him when they come through, 3 or 4 will come in, and then sometimes I'll catch one, sometimes they just go on by. But they're not very active. I've been keeping it about 5 foot off the bottom and jigging up there, and those bluegill will come off the bottom and come all the way up and nail it. But the bass, they'll come and sit there and look at it,
You'd think they'd be hungry.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping so anyway.
Yeah.
It's been pretty slow. Huh.
Yeah, anytime the fronts move in, it just kind of shocks them. Yeah, this got the bottom zoom, so this side of the screen's the bottom 6 foot, so it zooms in on it. And there's, see how that green line's there? So there's something off to the side somewhere.
Yep.
So I'm just up here trying to jig
Trying
him.
to get his attention.
Yeah. And then a lot of times when I'm up here, that's when off the bottom, off here, something will race up, and that's why I'm catching them.
Really?
The ones up top haven't really been biting, but when I'm up here jigging like this, a lot of times they'll come up off the bottom.
Yep. Several settings on those Vexilars make
Yeah.
them.
Yep. And each model, you know, this I think this is a 20, so it's an older model. It's just how much money you want to spend.
Yeah.
They said there's one for like 2,800 bucks.
Oh, that's my next purchase. So that's going to be a live scope. So on a pond this size, you drill one hole in the middle, and it'll show you like a 50-foot circle all the way around. You just turn your cone,
No kidding.
and it's like live video. Like you can see exactly where the fish are at.
Really?
Say go that way 17 foot, drill a hole, you're right on top of it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty high tech.
Yeah, it is.
Huh.
I got a couple buddies that have them, and they're sweet. Like I said, it's like watching a video game. You can just sit there and jig, and you can watch your jig go up and down, then you just see the fish swim towards it. Set the hook, and you can see the fish fighting on the.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wow.
There's fish on. Came in up top. Crappie. Well, that was nice. Came in suspended, reeled up to him, and he nailed it. We'll take another 100 of them. Another one down on the bottom waiting. Let's get down there. Stop it just above him. Got a big blob down on the bottom. I'm going to try to entice him up, but I just have a orange teardrop on, tipped with a waxy. But it's after dark, so it may be time to swap to something with a bigger profile. Maybe something with a rattle to make a little noise, bring them in. Because judging by the mark on the Vexilar, that's not one of those little crappie. But up here might be. We're going to raise up. If we catch him, we're going to switch over to something bigger profile. Here he comes. Coming up, coming up. There's fish on. Oh, I missed that, dummy. Chasing. Come on up. There he is. Same thing. There's a ton of these crappie in here. Pretty fun little lake. Make a nice little fish sandwich. But we're not cleaning fish tonight. He's going back. Oh, there's one down there. We're going to drop down. It might make it tough for me to switch lures. I keep catching. There's fish. Another crappie. A little smaller class than the last two. When Brian, Bug, and I were here, we just hammered these crappie. There's another one down there waiting, so I'm going to get him down the hole and get after another one. That's a big mark. That's either more than one fish, or that's a walleye or channel cat. Oh, here he comes up, maybe. Maybe. Let's see what it is. Doesn't feel very big. Wrapped around the transducer. Bluegill. So the bluegills are down below. The crappies are up above. That's kind of typical. So there's another line. Oh, you guys can pick it out. Another fish here. So, nice little bluegill. Be good catfish bait, that's for sure. There he is. Got him jigged up. He chased me up about 3 foot. Another little crappie. Another one down on the bottom. Well, really not the caliber of fish I want to present to you, but it's Wednesday night and Friday morning's deadline, so I'm doing what I can, fellas. At least we're not just fishing, we're catching. Now that catching would turn into some bigger class of fish. One, there he is. Got the teardrop again. It's not that big mark that's down there, but it is another crappie. So I do have 4 rods rigged up. We'll get this little guy back. I'm going to throw a walleye lure down. See if we can't find one. There's a big mark down there that wanted nothing to do with my little lures, so we're going to see if he wants that. And he's gone. Back to the orange teardrop, boys. Came in from the side. He's on me. Coming up. There he is. Let me guess. Crappie. Yes, sir. Another one on the bottom. Coming up. There's a bite. Another crappie. He ain't a bad one. Now he's getting closer to the size that we cleaned the other day. There's a fish. Crappie. Must be a ball of them down there, huh? Thought it was something big. Oh, there's one up top. Let's get up there. You hungry, Mr. Crappie? He is not. Here, fish on. Another crappie. Kind of a repeating pattern, isn't it? Like I said, this really isn't the class of fish I was hoping for. But deadline's a deadline. I promised you an ice fishing video. We're going to get you an ice fishing video. So I'm going to give it another hour. Hopefully something big shows up. There's some decent channel cat and some decent walleye in here. Hopefully we find some of them before I go. But I'm doing you the best I can. I promise. Got my buddy Brian checking fishing report. Of course, I'm going to tell him we're just slaying monsters. He's on it. Do something, wussy. I don't think he got the manpower for it. Another little bluegill. Off the bottom. Everything suspended's been crappie. Bluegill been coming off the bottom. Same result. And I made it home. Snowstorm picked up a little bit while I was in the ice shack, so it was a little slippery ride on the way home. I promised an ice fishing video. I looked at some footage and I think we're going to get an ice fishing video finally. You know, third time is a charm. We didn't put any monsters on the ice, but it was a fun hour right after work. So if you're still watching, I appreciate it. I'd also appreciate if you like and subscribe. Let's get the word of Tasser Guide Service out there. Next week will be a new podcast. Please tune in. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.